way. Ashley Strohmeyer live for us in New York. Ashley, thank you. Let's bring in California GOP Chairwoman Jessica Milan Patterson and JKL Political Strategies founder and president Jimmy Cady. Thank you both for coming on. Jimmy, to you first. Put this up on the screen, the Democratic ballot edge in some key states like Florida, where it's down to 5%, North Carolina 15%, Pennsylvania still pretty hefty at 35%, but all of these are narrowing. What do you think?
I think it's great news for Republicans. We've worked really hard for the last couple cycles to get Republicans out to vote early, to trust the process when it comes to early mail-in voting. And really, honestly, it's paying off. We're seeing dividends in a lot of different states, and us being kind of a little bit behind, but very close in these states is a good sign.
Yeah, it's amazing, Jessica Milan Patterson, because you here in California have been part of this push, and it appears to be paying off.
We are, and we saw this really start to happen in the 1920 cycle, right? That year, we had record turnout here in California, over 17 million voters of our 22 million registered voters, 80%, highest we've ever had. We went out early and made sure that we were helping people to develop their plans. We were making sure that we were ballot harvesting, and this is something that we've embraced across the country. We play by the rules that are given to us because this is going to be critical if we want to win.
Yeah, I mean, you got to compete. That's the bottom line on this. NBC poll, how do you plan to cast your ballot? I find this kind of interesting, Jimmy, because you put it up, vote early, 51%, vote on election day, 45%. I mean, it really is underway. This thing is on.
Well, it's going to keep climbing every single year, and Republicans have worked really hard to get people informed to do it. And also, I think it changes our election cycle. At the end of the day, there are no October surprises. They're turning into August and July because early voting is continuing to start early. Campaigns continue to start early. And it's our job as Republican operatives to get people out. And we're doing it.
It's kind of the same with voter registration, right? You see Nevada, it's closing the gap. It's now 19,000 more Democrats than Republicans. So it's voter registration. And as you said, it's ballot harvesting. It's got to be kind of a compendium of everything, Jessica, right?
It absolutely is. And it's starting earlier and earlier. We're not playing in one cycle at a time. We're playing and we're looking at the next 10 years. We need to register the voters. We need to make sure that they're making a plan to vote, and then we're turning them out. This is critical if we want to win.
I want to just get your both of your quick regards on this. When you talk about this, how important is it? When will we know, Jimmy Cady, when we are going to have an idea of exactly what the Republican turnout is?
Well, at the end of the day, it's great to be able to tell now what the Republican turnout is because we're able to keep getting those low propensity voters out. But I think we'll have an idea going into Election Day who we need to pull out. And traditionally, Republicans have voted early, and we're shifting that narrative. It's better for the campaigns, it's better for the party, and it puts us in a better position to win.
And is there a point, Jessica, where you say, okay, we got to get back on it because it looks like the numbers are dropping a little bit?
Absolutely. And you look at it like a sports game. You can't go in and only play in that last quarter on Election Day. You have to play all four quarters. And that's what we are doing. We are making sure that we are turning out the vote. And when you vote early, we are spending less resources on turning out your vote. It allows us to move to universes of lower propensity voters. So get that ballot in.
Jessica Milan Patterson, Jimmy Cady, thank you both. Well, breaking tonight, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on charges believed to be connected to a federal